Uh, until now, we have discussed about the arrival experience, staying at the property, be it F&B, adventure, or spa, or anything else. Now the guest is ready to depart. So, what are the touch points and what are the journey maps that hotels can influence the guest to delight them?
I think, as we described earlier, each and every touch point in the customer mapping journey is very, very important. We have seen him handle him from pre-arrival to in-house stay. Now is the critical time that he is going to leave your property. And if the journey has been excellent, his experience has been excellent, he still carries that. So, a matter of time now that he departs, really, the actual departure takes place. It could be somebody telling the reception that I'm checking out tomorrow 12 noon, or maybe coming in the morning after breakfast, you say, okay, I'm going to check out in next 1 hour or so. So this is also very critical. Equally critical is each and every step, the moment the guest arrives at the hotel till he departs from the hotel. Now, departure, if the hotel is very proactive, the guest reservation executive, guest service executive, or the lobby manager would ask the guest, does he or she require any assistance in terms of packing? Have they noticed that he has bought some new artifacts from their destination? Does he require any special assistance? So these are small things which go in a long way to build up the experience. Well, apart from this, now the assistance is required to get the luggage from the room. What is the response time? The moment the guest calls up the concierge, how soon is the luggage boy coming up to pick up the luggage? Till the time taken for the billing. Once he comes to the front office to settle his bill, has he been given has his bill been made ready? Usually what happens is a preview bill is made so that the guest can check all the charges on this bill before a final settlement is made. It is very important that the billing is done very accurately, especially in terms of rates which have been agreed upon at the time of arrival or at the time of booking. Secondly, any other facilities or discounts or any privileges have been allowed to him? Have they been incorporated in the bill? So one has to be doubly sure. The front office executive who's handling the departure should ensure that the folio which is going to present to the customer has got zero defects. Because you don't want to mar the experience now. The moment the guest checks in, the guest takes the bill, he goes to the payment, he goes to the bill, he says that all the charges are fine. There's a sigh of relief. He says, okay, how can he make the payments? There are today multiple options of making the payments. If it's all settled, all these things should be settled at the time of arrival or pre-booking. So there's no hassle at the time of lodging that, okay, if you want to give me a personal check, hold on, sir, I don't have the authority. Let me speak to the front office manager. No. I think these are small irritants. So everything should be sorted out before and then. Payment done. The
Yeah.
guest has been his bill folded nicely in an envelope, digital payment made. Now the work happens with the customer who's going to take him to the car. Is he going to self-drive the car, or is again going to go to the airport to the hotel car? That is sorted out. Luggage identification, luggage put in the car. It's very important for luggage identification. Equally important at the time of departure as it is the time of arrival. Because at the time of the arrival, if luggage is misplaced, it's still within the hotel
You still
premises.
have
You can
time to replace it.
from instead of 106, it may
Yeah.
have gone to 109.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but at the time of departure, if there are three departures happening simultaneously, he says, "Oh, that is my car," and there are three cars standing there, and you don't identify, it could happen that the luggage goes to some other destination.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
very important, very important for the bellboy, the man who's putting the luggage, to identify and verify with the guest that this is your luggage, this is the car which I put into it.
Mm-hmm.
The guest has had a peaceful journey, his nice morning journey. Now, are there any hotel the hotel have a SOP of giving any memento at the time
Yeah.
of?
Yeah. Or
Does the hotel know that where the the guest is driving to. If it's a drivable destination, does he know that okay, the guest is coming from Chandigarh and is driving from Shimla, it's going to take him about 4 hours? Can they, as a gesture of goodwill, put some maybe one or
Water.
two water and all those things?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they do not cost much money, but
Yes.
they add value to these. They're all
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember
even
when we were going from one hotel in our group. They know that I'm gonna drive 7 hours to back to Yangon. So apart from putting the a full crate of water because I have two kids, then they gave me the water plus also they packed some like bananas and oranges so that we can eat on the way in case we feel hungry. Even though there are restaurants on the way, but they still feel it their own choice. We are sitting in the car and we can just eat on a couple of things. So those small gestures are really liked by the family, especially the family peoples.
it creates a long-lasting impression that
Mm,
okay, the hotel is concerned even at the time of checkout. It is
yeah.
not that it was at time of check-in. Even at time of checkout, they are concerned with small things.
Mm,
Similarly, now if the guest is using the hotel transport to go to the airport or station, is there any assistance available? Similarly, the way assistance was available at the time of arrival,
mm,
if somebody was there with a placard to escort him to the taxi, is there now a facility available of escorting him from the taxi to
yeah.
the departure gate?
Mm.
Or some hotels have guest relation executives inside the hotel, depending that this is
Inside
now
the
very
airport, yeah.
capital building. So this
Mm,
is now very, maybe a higher category of people,
mm,
people who are staying in higher category of suites. Maybe they have that facility. So
yeah.
is there any facility to provide them assistance in the terminal building in terms of check-in counters,
Mm, mm,
escorting them to the security till the security gate? So they are small things. I think all these are the journeys which a customer goes through
yeah.
at
Yeah.
the time of checkout from the hotel.
Mm, 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 mm.
Once the checkout done,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. No, I mean some hotels even they prepare the checkout guest in the night prior to the night, and they sometimes now there are technologies where you can send the invoice to the guest screen or guest phone, and then the guest can check their invoice before they even go. So that's use of technology can definitely help in making sure the checkout is effortless.
yes. The use of technology is done to make sure that the experience is seamless without
Mm,
any faults. The
mm,
hotel, if it's proactive, can find out the next day's departure, and
mm,
in the evening, all the front office can connect with the guests and share. Okay, sir, should I send a copy of the preview of the bill to
mm.
your room, or you want to see it on your television, or you want to see it on your mobile? How do you want to settle? So a lot of things can happen.
Yeah.
You know, if planned in advance.
Yeah,
To avoid rush at the checkout
the
counter,
checkout time.
be it a leisure destination, be it a corporate
Yeah,
destination.
yeah.
The check-in and checkout times, there is a lot of rush.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in a leisure destination, a lot of families, a lot of children running around,
Yeah,
making noise. So I think the lesser the time there, it gives an opportunity to the hotel.
yeah.
It all depends how the hotel is able to handle.
Mm-hmm. I have
Most,
seen, yeah, I have seen quite a lot of hotels struggling with a late time, arguments or I didn't use that. I should have get a discount. I should have done that. I should have get that. So all of this definitely can be around if the processes are changed. I mean, definitely the nowadays this is the minimum touch point that the guests are expecting. A seamless checkout and seamless check-in. Nobody wanna spend time in the lobby unnecessary.